I got what you want, what you need, you know I'm on my...
Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new Hulk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died. Argue, we just let them tools talk. And get back yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' hack. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new Hulk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the price is. I don't for this, we got, down to that.
And welcome. The Rockets begin the game with the basketball.
Everybody pick up, Dia.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
From long range.
That's his first personal foul.
And hits the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Knocks down all 3 at the line.
Ooh, I like that.
To Dragic. Butler. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
It's Russ at the controls. Jumper's good.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Beyond the arc for 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. The follow won't go either. Dragic with the basketball. Down 3. Nice pass to set things up. Cauley Stein powers it through.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Harden to Paul. Steph Curry, tough matchup against Butler. Has a look. Curry's shot won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Miami with the basketball. Butler to Waiters. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Dragic. Can't connect. Oh, the spin to set up the dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Butler. Missed it. To Harden. Fires the three. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
He gets it.
Another possession, they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Don't get the screen.
Jay, what's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy, but also I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Waiters to Butler. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Butler, and Harden takes in the rebound. Harden in possession. His team on top by 8. To Paul. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. 4-3. And Russell Westbrook, he can turn a game in an instant. Hits the 3 on the quick release.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Houston takes over. Curry. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Steph Curry sizing up Butler. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Got it.
Shot, bro.
Knocked loose. Butler down to Cauley Stein. Big finish at the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Curry. Westbrook. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. It's the Heat with the possession. Short jumper won't go down.
Screen.
Harden in possession. His guys leading by 14. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I like that.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Olynyk guarded by Russell Westbrook. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. For three, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Throws it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Burke with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Houston with the basketball. To Harden. They get it down to Paul. Missed a wide open look. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
It's a big finish. Oh, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Butler picked up by Paul. First quarter's complete. The Rockets way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dragic with it. His guys down big. Butler. They'll get it down to Leonard. Able to convert inside.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. That one's going to be out of bounds. It's the Heat with the possession. And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Goran Dragic. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-2 trip. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Harden, not that time. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Butler to bring it up. Trailing by 14.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Harden, James Harden. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Paul. Kicks it around the perimeter. Paul. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
And the Rockets have the rebound. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Paul the rebound. Harden. Misfires. It's no good. Butler against the former MVP. Short jumper off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Harden. Paul. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Oh, Russell Westbrook. That's 3 now on 4 shots. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Got it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
To Paul. Harden. Gets it in the left corner. From long range. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Miami's got it. Dragic, guarded by CP3.
I got something for him.
Shot from in close, no good. To Westbrook. Gets a shot up off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
To Dragic. Great dish to set it up. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Mismatch.
Curry to Westbrook. Beyond the arc for 3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Trying to cash in. Yes, when this guy's open. Look out. Nearly automatic.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
That is no good. Very curious shot. Turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Cauley Stein to Waiters. And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Waiters. Butler here against Steph. To Waiters. Dion Waiters. He's 2 for 2 now.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston. To Paul. Pulls up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. To Westbrook. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
That one out of bounds off a rocket, so it's going to stay with Miami. Butler for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Harden. Unconventional to say the least. It's no good. Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Cashes in for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. That's going to be out of bounds. He'd have the basketball. And Jimmy Butler. And the rebound taken down by Houston. 4-3. Not that time. He misses. That's going to be out of bounds. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. A very one-sided first half.
The Rockets entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Heat have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game trap. Steals.
The Miami Heat seem to be giving the ball away in this matchup like they're working for a charity. Too many times, they've given up steals, and the results have been terrible. The lack of ball control was apparent in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Cole.
Forget Cole. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
James Harden at the controls.
Pick it up, pick it up. Come on. Watch that cutter, 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 cutter.
Lets it fly from long range with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
It's good for 3.
And deep.
Burke with it. Down a bundle.
Watch that screen.
Rockets have it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Curry. Steph Curry. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Paul. For 3. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
They dare Jimmy Butler to take it, and he makes them pay.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic. Short jumper misses. Willie Cauley-Stein with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Trey Burke picked up by Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Trey Burke trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Curry.
I got him. Trap. Got him.
Nothing going here on that drive. He wants it at the rim and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rockets come up with it. Curry can't connect. Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
To Butler. Down low, Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein powers it through. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The pass set it all up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Harden. Westbrook. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Dragic against Harden. Runner here won't go. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Time for some new personnel into the game. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound taken by Olynyk. Waiters guarded by CP3. Rockets have the steal. Stuffs it down with authority. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Big finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Butler picked up by Paul. Russell Westbrook with the block.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Runner's good there.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Butler guarded by Russell Westbrook. Dion Waiters, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Westbrook. Has a chance. Shot by Westbrook won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Butler. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
It's Rockets' ball. Here's a chance from long range. Rebound taken by Olynyk. Butler to bring it up. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To Waiters. The drive right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound comes to Miami. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Substitution being made in this one.
Number 2, Houston Rockets are in the penalty. Substitutions, Miami.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And he'll head to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. Curry. Bizarre shot right there. Shot's no good. And throws it down. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all Rockets. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even...
Russell Westbrook not to be denied with the follow.
It's good to see Russ go to this point of the game. It's called horse blinders. He only sees the ball and the rim.
To Waiters. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Paul. Fires the 3. Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Off the mark on his free throw. From long range, steps out and hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Knocked loose. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
And look out.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. Rockets come up with it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Westbrook. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Dragic here against Harden. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation to Paul. Harden. Stuffs it down with authority.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Time to shuffle things up. Dragic. To Waiters. Russell Westbrook rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Goran Dragic, 4 out of 10.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
To Curry. Paul. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
That's going to be his 6th foul. He's done for the night.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Dragic. Count the basket inside.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden to Curry. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Dion Waiters powers it through.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Burke with it. His guys down big. From the outside, no good. 4-3. Crazy shot that time. No good. Burke with it. Down a bundle. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Number 23, Trey Burke.
And counted at the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Waiters. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Down to Fareed. To Westbrook. Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Adebayo the rebound. Waiters. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Westbrook. Offensive board. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
Can't convert the free throw. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Rockets have the ball. Dragic driving right to the basket. It goes down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
That's me. I got ball.
To Waiters. Butler to Waiters. 5 seconds to shoot. Waiters. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Count the basket at the rim.
The assist from number 0, Russell Westbrook.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the late 3 at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really...
The Rockets were solid in today's victory. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes the Heat
just couldn't get within striking distance.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive. But having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Miami Heat.